Dame Emily Napper owns Loughcrew Estate in County Meath. This impressive 200 acres of parkland and grounds should be what dreams are made of for potential brides and grooms, with historic buildings, gardens, and even the medieval remains of St. Oliver Plunkett's family church. But this dame has tried everything, apart from pantomime, to make it work here. Around the picturesque courtyard, you'll find a collection of rundown and villainous function rooms, from a banquet hall to a bar, a ceremony room to a house that should be ready for romance. But at the moment, there's not a happy ending in sight, just a good helping of confusion.
It's a great place for people to have a special day. So we started making more accommodation, but right now it'd be great to have advice about making it better.
With a healthy €20,000 budget, the dame isn't just wanting help with the weddings. An artist and gilder for years, the work that has gone into this place has meant her own fairy tale has been forgotten, and she wants to find a place to have her very own art studio again. But the creative and commercial demands aren't proving a happy marriage.
When you're just doing books, accounts, and paying wages and making sure everything's running right, that doesn't really make me so happy.
Who better to call than the wedding expert and a man with much artistic flair? Navigation, though, is not a strong point of the Brennans.
Well, where are we going? We're going to meet her at the chapel. That was what I was told.
The Brennans will have lots of advice, but is the dame game?
Good morning.
Good
How are
morning,
you?
Sarah.
Nice to meet
Good
you
morning.
indeed. Francis, how are you?
Good morning, Francis. Good morning, John.
So now when you said meet us at the church, I thought it would be a lovely church with a roof and everything. But no.
That's why it's so special.
Yeah, that's fine.
Listen, we might have a look inside. Would that be all right?
Yeah,
Great,
perfect.
grand. Oh, this is very atmospheric.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, very nice.
And how many would you sit here?
150.
150, okay.
All right. Now if it rains.
If it rains, they sometimes get a canopy.
Right.
So if it's really lashing with
Yes.
rain,
Yeah,
you can have a cover. But they normally all get married in the church, rain or whatever.
Otherwise.
Right. Okay, so we'll go up and we'll see the main house if that's all right.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
Off we go.
I'm sure we'll.
For better or for worse, the Brennans want to see everything that's on offer. Francis is not impressed by the bar.
Doesn't do anything for me.
No, we just threw it together from the stable into a bar.
It has the look of it.
Oh, does it now?
Throw it together, yeah. Okay, come on, lead the way there.
Next, onto the ceremony room.
So now, what's this room?
If it's pouring of rain,
Yeah.
you can get married in here.
Right.
I haven't really finished it.
Yeah. It's in progress. Okay. And what's going on down here now?
I don't think you should go there.
Oh, I think you should, Francis. Go on.
All right. It's like Aladdin's cave.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all my studio, kind of all over
Yes.
my easels and frames.
Right. Come on here. Mind the steps.
Meanwhile, John's inspecting the banquet hall. He runs his own wedding venue, so he knows exactly what's needed. But the bridal suite doesn't meet his high standards.
Okay, now my first impressions are when you walk into this room, I don't get that wow. Okay, and this room should be a wow because this to me is the icing on the cake. And you bring them to your church and bring them to your courtyard, and then you walk in here. This is a bit of a letdown.
Okay, fair
Sorry
enough.
now to tell you.
No,
But
no,
a few,
no.
a few pounds spent in here, it'll actually sell everything else for you if this is really nice.
So I have the cake, but no icing.
We'll get you the icing, don't worry.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Now,
And one final thing to look at for this artistic dame, a possible studio space.
Is it a bit dark for the studio?
Yeah, it is much too dark. But I don't have any other space, so you
Right.
know.
We'll keep looking. I'll
Okay.
keep looking. All right, come on. Yeah.
Left to his own devices, Francis goes exploring and finds an outhouse that he thinks would be ideal for a studio. Mr. Brennan comes overall creative-like.
Yeah, this is lovely. I love the height of them. Oh, we even have Loughcrew Studio. We even have the sign. We could do the studio here, and then in this space we could do a teaching area. Put glass front on them, and the light is fantastic. And we even have an old Massey Ferguson tractor to go with it. I think that's great. Very good.
now, I was just up in the bridal suite.
Right, that's right.
Facility-wise, size-wise, all that is fine, but it just needs a few pounds spent on it to make it look wow.
Yeah, I was over looking at where the bar is and the kind of ceremony rooms. It's all confused.
Yeah,
So
but there's good space there, though, isn't
yeah,
there?
no, there is.
The potential is
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. We'll head off and we'll have a chat with her.
It's interval time, and how will Dame Emily react to the Brennan's verdict on Loughcrew?
The couple who come here to get married want something that's different, but they want it proper and right.
Mhm.
And when they come here, they're given choice because they can get married here, they can get married there, and then they come over here for the dancing, then they go over there for the bar, and it's all a little bit disjointed. And that needs to be pulled together, and we need to have a plan in that courtyard that when you walk people in, this is where the ceremony happens if the weather isn't nice. Then we have our cocktails out here, and then we go in here for dinner, and then when dinner is over, we're returning to where the ceremony happened, and then it's been transformed, and that's your nightclub for the night. And then they'll say, wow.
When you give the public choice, they can't decide anything. They get, okay? So, it's as John says, it's better to say, this is what we do.
First thing on the Brennan's checklist, tackling all of the function rooms.
So when you go into the area, which is your bar ceremony room at the moment, that needs a total makeover from top to bottom.
Second on the list, the all-important bridal suite.
We have to do work in the bridal
No,
suite.
a lot of work to be done in there, but that's good value in your spend in there because that gets your wedding.
Last on the list is creating not just an art studio, but to expand it to start courses or a gallery so there is revenue to be gained from Dame Emily's passion.
I think there's a future in that. You shouldn't let that go because I think those specialist kind of courses would give you accommodation in the winter in the rooms, and then you could do the classes down along. There's a little room there that you had mentioned to me, but I think that's too small. If we go just one step further, you have the two big kind of stables. They're beautifully lit, and maybe we could do one as your studio and your work, whatever, and then the other one could be a classroom.
That's your passion and that's your love, and that brings you back into the house again and gives you a heart in the middle of the place. So from your own point of view, we think that's important for you to have that there.
I think it's a really positive suggestion. Works for the place and works for me.
Absolutely.
But once the product is attractive enough, you can make decisions, say, listen, I really don't want anything in November because I'm going to Hawaii.
Please God.
Yeah. And you
I'll
can
come
bring
with
us.
you. I'll come with you.
All come,
Yeah.
let's all go. Okay, where do we start?
Start at the front, work backwards.
Okay.
Advice taken, the dame enlists the help of her husband as a huge clear-out begins of the new proposed art studio and gallery space.
Look at all this. Look at all these fairy mushrooms.
To oversee the makeover, the Brennans have sent in interior designer Ciara Jordan. She's going to have her work cut out.
I don't like being normal, as you can tell. But I have some good ideas, so I'm sure we can work out something together which would be completely unique and a wow factor, because that's what it needs to be.
Ciara's task, get this place ready for the modern wedding market.
The whole place has huge potential and it's loads of character, which is brilliant. I would be concerned maybe that some of Emily's ideas are a little bit 80s maybe. There's a lot of Greek theme and flowers on the walls, and colours need to change, lighting needs to change. Some of it shows her personality, which is lovely, but I think the main thing with a wedding venue is that you're trying to please a lot of people.
What do you think about the whole place?
John Brennan is a man who definitely knows how to please a lot of people. Today, he's taken Dame Emily to a successful wedding venue, Drumquinna Manor.
Good to have you here. So I'm going to walk you through now exactly what we do when people arrive at a wedding. Because in your venue and in Drumquinna, it's very, very important that you control people and manage people. So when they come in here, then they see the view. And then when they've absorbed all of that, then they take the glass of whatever the reception would be on the particular day. But say, for instance, if it's a champagne or a Prosecco reception, we follow people with bottles. It's not just a glass. They take a glass of champagne or Prosecco or something like that, and then they walk through. Now, so this is the bar. Looks after everything then for the day.
I love the mirrors, stunning.
So this is the main lounge then, which is really the hub of the party for the whole day.
I noticed that you open your door and light the fire.
Yes.
That's something I haven't done before.
You're telling them no matter what the weather is, you can have a great party here. So we have both. So it's important, and you're similar, to sell everything you have to the maximum, because you have things that other places don't have. So this is the main dining room.
Wow.
One of the most important things about here
is that it's a square table. And they're at a dinner party for 8 people. They're not at a wedding for 180 or whatever the number would be.
Can people move their names around, or are they just hidden away so you can't see them?
The first thing people do when they come to the venue is go to see the table plan. Second thing to do is to see where they're sitting. Third thing to do is see who they're sitting with. And the fourth thing, they either give out about who they've been sitting with or go and meet them for drinks. So you've either upset your guests or put them together. So we tell them nothing. But when people come through, we ask them their names and then we tell them what table they're sitting at. And by the time that starter is finished, they're chat, 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 chat.
Okay, that's a good idea. I realise and appreciate now that I need to take more knowledge back with me and be more involved. I think it was a question of confidence in myself, and the more I learn, the easier it will be for me.
Coming up, Frances discovers that the dame is playing her own game.
I mean, the only change I can see here is a pile of rubble, and that was meant to be your lovely studio.
And designer Ciara struggles to control Emily's creative streak.
Now we're going Moroccan. Emily is Emily, and she's probably going to do what she wants.